I'm Gary Ryan and welcome to another episode of the Beyond Being Good video series. This episode is titled The Power of Creative Tension. Now I first learnt this concept from Peter Senge, the author of The Fifth Discipline and the series of books that goes with that. And Peter in turn learned it from one of his mentors called Robert Fritz, who wrote the Path of Least Resistance series of books. And it's a very simple concept, creative tension. And I'm going to use an elastic band to demonstrate it for you. If my right hand at the top here reflected a vision that we were trying to create, a future that you were trying to create for yourself, for your family, for your team, for your organisation, any or all of those above. And down here on my left hand was your present reality. Providing there's a gap between those 2 points, if we were to have an elastic band and place it around those 2 fingers, there's some natural tension that is built within this structure, and they call this creative tension. Because if I really truly wanted this future that I'm imagining, this vision that I have of the future, again for my team, myself, my family, my organisation, whatever it might be, and there is that gap, the natural tension in this elastic band is a structure. You might recall the video Levels of Perspective when we spoke about systemic structures. This is like that. We're setting up a systemic structure where there's a gap between our future and our present. And the natural energy inbuilt with this elastic band wants to draw our present towards our future. But what's happening to the tension in the elastic band as we're getting closer to the future? It's deteriorating. It's getting less. And that's one of the things that as a leader that we have to remember, is that we have to keep resetting our future to make sure that there's always a gap between our vision that we're trying to create and our present, so that we get the power of that natural creative tension energy to give us the energy to take the action going forward. Now, one of the challenges that you have being a leader and a manager is that you can often see a future that the people you're working with can't see. You've got a greater level of tension. You know, that's part of a leader's job, is to be able to see a future that others can't see yet, to have the conceptualization and the foresight from servant leadership that we've spoken about in the past as an example, and to have that ability to see what that future is. But what comes with that, and what is a stress, if you like, for leaders, is that, well, the present's not like that right now. And that your job is to help the people that you're working with, help the people that you're serving, your direct reports included, help them to see slowly and surely over time what that future might look like. Find evidence in the present of the future happening, because remember, over time, this is what happens. We're moving. You know, we're at this point now was once the vision that we had in the past. So we're moving over time like this. We have to get good as leaders at being able to recognize the things that we're doing in the present that were actually things that we hope to achieve in the future in the past. So we're creating the future. We've got that creative tension that's helping us to create the future that we desire. Once again, I'm Gary Ryan, and I look forward to working with you next time.